So we're here at the ARG Circuit in Fort Worth, Texas. I'm here with Cordero, Vexicus 4666 Spencer.
How's it going?
And today we have a match between Patrick Hoban and
Johnny Nagel. Patrick Hoban has 8 YCS tops, including his win of the first North America WCQ.
Nationals from last year, yeah.
And then Johnny Nagel has 7 tops.
So it looks like Johnny's just going to set one and think about the rest of his turn.
Currently, we know that Patrick Hoban is playing Dragons, and Johnny Nagel is playing a Secret Burn
Dragoonity Dragons. So it looks like he's going to be playing Terraforming, so he's going to go ahead and get the Dragon Ravine. He's going to activate the effect, it looks like, discarding the flanks. And what does flanks do again, Cordero, whenever it's discarded?
Yeah, whenever... What do you mean, Dragon Ravine?
Or yeah, with Dragon Ravine, yeah.
Dragon Ravine has 2 effects where you can either A, pitch a card from your hand to get a dragon from your hand, search from your deck and add it to your hand, or you can send one card from your deck to the graveyard, 1 dragon.
Okay. Looks like he was going to grab the ducks, and he's making the play to equip the flanks. And it looks like we're going to see a Synchro Summon
into Stardust.
Vajrayana. And then he's going to go ahead and use the effect to equip the flanks.
And he equipped to bring it back to the field. Yeah. And he's going to Synchro Summon one more time for...
Most likely the Stardust Dragon. Yeah. Okay. Or is that Scrap Dragon?
I think that's his Scrap Dragon. Yeah, it's Scrap Dragon.
Yeah.
They got a glare.
So he's going to go ahead and activate the effect to pop, which he's going to chain the Scapegoats. This is going to be the first of many feature matches, guys, so be sure to stay tuned on AltRealityGames.com, Alt Games YouTube channel. Also subscribe to the Kiko25X and Vexicus 4666. So he's going to go ahead and attack one of these Scapegoat tokens. And we will be updating life points for you guys as we go.
Yes, Patrick Hoban has 3 cards in his hand right now.
So he's going to go ahead and play Pot of Duality here. I don't know what card that is Hoban is grabbing.
I think it's Meteor. It's a Meteor card. I can't make out what it
is. So do we know what deck Johnny is playing?
Johnny is playing a new deck he created last night. Yeah, it's like a Secret Burn deck. Well, I'm only calling it Secret because he hasn't really revealed anybody. I just know it's a weird burn deck.
Okay. So it looks like he is going to grab that card. We do not know the name of it. If I can figure it out, then we will bring that to you guys. If he's able to activate it, I will be able to check in on that.
I believe it's Meteor Flare.
Meteor Flare, okay. So he was able to set 1 card in his back row, and looks like he will pass turn over to Hoban, which he's going to open up with another Ducks play, so he's going to be able to get quite a bit of advantage up here on board, and that's Mistletoe, is that right?
Yeah.
And what does Mistletoe do?
It's a level 7 dragon.
We'll be able to figure that out for you guys. And it looks like he's going to Synchro Summon into... probably another Vajrayana, yeah.
Yep.
And use the effect to equip the flanks.
Right now, he has an impressive field on the.
Yeah, so he's gonna pop with the Scrap Dragon. I
think that's Meteor Flare. We're checking what card that is. I believe it's Meteor Flare. Was it Meteor Flare? Meteor Flare is a trap card. Activate by sending 2 cards from your hand to the graveyard while your opponent has more than 3,000 life points. Inflict 2,000 damage to your opponent. If this card is in the graveyard, you can add it to your hand instead of conducting your normal draw phase during your draw phase turn.
Okay, so it looks like he's using the Vajrayana and the Mistletoe to go into Heretic Dragon, King of the Tomb, which by detaching a material, he'll be able to go through and get a dragon from his deck
In defense mode.
into defense mode. Life point update, Patrick Hoban is at 6,000, and Johnny is at 8,000. He took the 2,000 from the Meteor Flare. So now it looks like he's going to bring out a blaster from the deck. So yeah, he's got a pretty impressive field, but Johnny's been surviving just on scapegoat tokens.
Yeah, he's pretty much playing the defensive style right now.
Yeah, so we're going to get a 7 Sword of Sacred Stars. I think that's how you pronounce it.
Yeah, Sacred Sword of 7 stars. Get another blaster. Get Tempest.
Now, what do we know about Johnny as a player? Does he have...
He has 7 YCS tops.
7 YCS tops, okay. 320 players today at the ARG Circuit, very
And
first
we're in round
one.
1 right now.
So that's pretty good. So it looks like he's going to overlay the Attune into the Gaia Charger. Now, Gaia Charger lets you pierce, correct?
Yep.
Okay. So he's going to be able to take some life point damage here. And then be able to kill off the other 2 tokens as well. So now we're going to see another Pot of Duality coming
Mystic
out.
Piper, Just Desserts, and Threatening Roar was revealed off the 3.
Johnny is now at 5,400 life points to Patrick Hoban's 6,000. And Patrick having 2 back row cards set. That's a pretty hard field to get over. You have a Piercer, you have a Pauper, you have a way to get to your cards through the deck with Ravine, and 2 back row. So that's pretty formidable. It looks like Johnny is playing a form of Piper, obviously. Now, Mystic Piper has an effect where you can reveal another card from the top of your deck, and if it is a level 1 monster, then you're able to
Draw one more
card. So that's and he did, revealing another Piper, so he was able to draw yet another card. For you younger players out there, these are pretty good players to be watching. Patrick was our Nationals champion from last year.
Say last year.
Or from
This year.
from last season.
format.
Yes. So it looks like he's going to be able to get out a Volcanic Shell.
Will we see a Blaze Accelerator?
Is it live? I thought it's still live.
I think it is.
So he was able to grab the Volcanic Shell. Also, we heard an update that Philly Luna is at this event. He's at another feature match table at the moment. Maybe we'll be able to get him on film later.
Yeah, we interview him.
Yeah, definitely. And it looks like we're going to get a set 2 from Johnny. And a pass to Hoban, so not really a big push at all from Johnny.
Yeah, I think he's storing up for a chain. If he's playing Chain Strike or something.
Yeah. So it looks like we're going to get a discard of Tempest for the Ravine. To get yet another Dux. It looks like he tries to activate Scrap Dragon's effect, to which we get a chain of... Not sure what that card is.
Oh, Ojama Trio?
Ojama Trio, yes. Okay.
With this card, you could pretty much summon 3 Ojama tokens to the field. If they get destroyed, you take 300 points of damage for each token. And they can't be tributed.
And Hoban looks like he is activating Reckless Greed. So he's going to be drawing 2 cards, which we can see one of the cards he drew was a Reckless Greed again. So that'll help him later. And the Ojama Trio tokens come out. We have an attack with Gaia Charger,
But Johnny reveals and special summons Battle Fader to cancel the battle phase. And now Patrick is forced to move to main phase 2.
Patrick is definitely maintaining hand advantage with the field presence, which is what I know works very well
But
in this
Johnny
deck.
is activating Solemn Warning to cancel out the Battle Fader, so the attack just went through.
So Hoban's able to attack with the Charger and the Scrap Dragon. I don't see this game lasting much longer at all, and there it goes.
And game 1 goes to Patrick Hoban.
So this is going to be interesting because we didn't really get to see Johnny's deck roll very much at all.
Yeah. I don't think he drew like the proper cards he needed to do the burn damage he needed for his deck.
Right. So we'll see what Hoban decides to decide in because he didn't get to see a lot of the deck, but Johnny got to see quite a bit. And of course it's Dragoonity, so you know any of the dragon cards will work, like the one that you discard from your hand, Electric Virus. There we go.
And I
Electric Virus.
guarantee that Johnny has enough to side that can counteract the Dragoonity
definitely.
Dragon matchup.
Definitely. So it doesn't look like Hoban is siding in too many at the moment, but
I honestly don't think he has anything to side for this matchup.
and just to clarify for you guys, Johnny is playing on the dark maroon mat, and Hoban is playing on the mat with the flames.
But that was the sun.
Sun, something like that, you know. Once again, we'll take this minute to just promote our channels a little bit for you guys. You guys can watch these videos on AltaRealityGames.com, Alta Reality Games YouTube channel, which is www.youtube.com/user/AltaRealityGames. And you can check out our channels at Vexicus4666 and the Kiko25X.
Giving you all your Yu-Gi-Oh coverage needs.
If you guys enjoy this coverage, I hope you'll let us know
In the comments below.
in the comments and by thumbsing up the videos. We're bringing you guys a bunch of different kinds of coverage, a lot of one-on-one player interviews. There is typed coverage coming up.
Deck list will be up, and they will not be Dueling Network type of deck list. They will be actually written out deck lists
Correct.
on the website. So make sure you go to AltaRealityGames.com and check that out later today and tomorrow.
We're going to try to have links flashed up here on the screen by the time you guys see this. It's going to be uploaded to YouTube. That's about as close as we're going to get. So what do you think about the 320 player
I think it's good.
entries?
I would honestly would like a little bit more, but for the first one, this is good. It'll make people want to come to the next one. They
This
see
is
how
great.
it works.
Now, what should make people want to come to this event that maybe didn't come, or maybe they haven't heard of it, or something? What should make them want to come to this?
Make them come pretty much the prizes, the prize structure.
$1,500 credit first prize, $5,000
And
credit
then when you
total.
pre-reg, you get like an exclusive mat. It's worth coming to.
Yeah, definitely. The next one will be held in Columbus, Ohio, I believe, on October 11th and 12th, I
Yep.
think. So that's going to be a fun one. That's where ARG is actually based. And then there's also one in Boston, Massachusetts. Now, I know you're going to be at the one in Columbus. I'm going to attempt to be at the one in Boston.
I should be at Boston. I'm not 100% sure, but I should be there. Actually, I should be at all of them.
So, guys, it looks like we are all shuffled up and ready to go for game 2.
I
And
think we're about to start.
we'll see how the side decks come into play here. We also want to thank Jim McMahon for Alta Reality Games for letting us come and do this. We really appreciate it. So it looks like Johnny's going to open up with a Piper play, being able to draw into one card, and
Looking
gets
to
a
duality.
pot of duality going.
So he reveals Just Desert Swift Scarecrow, and I don't know what the other card is. About to find out the other card for you real quick.
I'm told that the spell card that was revealed that it looks like Johnny is taking is a card called Where Art Thou?
That's what I thought it was.
Where Art Thou? I'm not exactly sure what that card does at the moment, but I'm sure we can get that information for you.
Where Art Thou is a spell card. If you control a face-up level 1 monster, add one level 1 monster from your deck to your hand. During the end phase of this turn, take 2,000 points of damage if you did not normal summon the added monster or a card with the same name after activating this card.
Okay, so he is safe for now. And looks like he's going to set 2 back rows and pass over to Hoban. Hoban immediately has a Gold Sark play. He opened his 1 Gold Sark in the whole deck, being able to banish the Tempest.
So get another one.
And it looks like we're going to have a defensive game for now. Setting 2 and passing back to Johnny. I think that plays into Johnny's advantage. Not to have so much pressure on the board the first couple of
I think he's about to activate Scapegoat on the end phase.
Because obviously, as you saw in game 1, it really was just too much pressure on board that Hoban had, so Johnny was not able to capitalize on any of his plays. So he's going to go ahead and activate the Where Art Thou. He's going to let him get the level 1 from the deck.
Probably, my guess would be either Cyber Valley or Mystic Piper.
Looks like it's Kinkabayo.
Spirit Monster. When it's normal summon.
Yeah, go ahead.
When it's normal summon, you can add a level 1 monster from your graveyard back to the field, but in phase, it gets destroyed.
Right. So I'm assuming he would add back Piper. Well, I guess he can't right now
because he has no zones.
He doesn't have any extra zones left. So
I think he just brings so you don't take no points of damage.
Yeah. So we're gonna get 3 back rows set total, and the Kinkabayo is gonna bounce back to the hand. Now I'm really confused on where that came from. The normal summon of Kinkabayo
came off the Where Art Thou. I mean the
off
search?
the Where Art Thou. Yeah. Okay.
He summoned it so he wouldn't take burn damage.
Gotcha. So he's able to get it to the hand. Awesome.
Or he went to 2,000.
Right. Okay, and Hoban passes right back to Johnny without doing anything. We can tell that Patrick has a couple of the dragons in hand, and looks like we're just going to get a pass right back.
Between Tempest and Flanks?
Yeah, Flanks. Yeah. Looks like he's going to grab Redox. And we're going to get a normal summon of Ducks, bringing out the Flanks to equip, and then special summoning to the field. That's obviously an instant Vajrayana play if he wants to go into that. And this would be a good opportunity to get another Scrap Dragon, unless he is fearing the back row and may want to bring out the Stardust.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think what his pet trend is. Is he trying to make another Gaia Charger like he did last time? Yep, he brought out
Mistletoe again.
I think he will go for the Gaia Dragon play like before.
And now, what does Mistletoe do again? We will be looking that up. I am not the wealth of knowledge of every card like Cordero is.
Alright, go ahead, man.
So he's going to equip the Flanks with the Mistletoe. And Mistletoe says you can special summon this card from your hand or your graveyard by removing from play 1 face-up monster you control with an equipped Dragunity card. When this card is normal summon or special summon, you can select a dragon monster in your graveyard, except Dragunity Arma Leviathan, and equip it to this card. When this card is sent to the graveyard by your opponent's card effect, you can select one of the monsters that was equipped to this card when it was sent to the graveyard and special summon that monster from the graveyard. So that's going to allow you an extra special summon. But it looks like here we're going to get another Ajamba Trio play from Johnny. So that's going to lock him down.
But he still will be able to summon a Gaia Dragon.
Looks like he was debating on going into a tomb.
Does he have a Winged of Giant Dragons? Or are you going for a Blaster play?
Yeah, it looks like it is a Blaster play.
Person in a feature match that I know would get pizza delivered would be fully doing a feature match.
And looks like Philly Luna's pizza just arrived from his feature match, so we'll have to have an update on that later. And it looks like he is going to go ahead and go into the tomb. And bringing out a flanks.
I'm kind of interested why he brought out flanks.
Yeah, I remember, if I remember correctly, something about Toronto. I don't think he runs Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon.
No, he doesn't.
So if you guys are wondering why he did not bring out Red MD, I don't think he even runs it in his
That's
deck.
why he did it.
Oh, and he's going to synchro with the tokens.
The Ojama tokens are level 2.
Oh, okay. So we're going to be able to get a Scrap Dragon play out of that. That's really good use of those resources.
A lot of people forget that Dragoonity is a tuner.
So for those of you guys at home wondering, the Ojama Trio tokens are level 2, like Cordero said. So that's going to give him a level 8. Now, does he have anything worth using to pop a card on the field?
Scrap Dragon could be reckless in return.
Yeah. Man, that would be pretty big. Scrap Dragon popped himself for a Threatening Roar. Wow. Looks like he's going to special summon Redox.
Retriana and Blaster. So he does play
so he is playing it now. Man, that's an interesting play. Well, there you go. That's why the Scrap Dragon
did
left.
It, so he can repeat the cycle.
That was a very, very interesting play. So it looks like we're going to get a Piper play here, revealing a Scapegoat. So we know he has Scapegoat in his hand now. And does Patrick have any cards in hand?
Currently, at the moment, I do not think.
Does not look like it.
He has 0 cards.
Now he's got a pretty nice field set up, depending on his face-down back row cards. But I don't know what kind of push Johnny is going to be able to make. And looks like he just passes over, sitting behind the tokens. I know you guys can't see this at home, but when we're watching here in person, we're watching the monitor, but we can also see them in person, and it's a pretty tough match mentally. It looks like they're both having to do a lot of thinking.
Yeah, they're trying to anticipate each other, think ahead.
So it looks like he's going to bring out Redox with the second Attune material. And I don't think we've had really any change to life points to this point. I have not been updated.
But I guarantee we're about to see a Gaia Dragon play in a minute. He already has one level 7 on the field.
We hope you guys enjoy some of this coverage that you may not get at other tournaments. And we are maybe not the best commentators in the world, but we're doing our best to bring you guys what you may want to see or hear.
Mm-hmm.
So Scrap Dragon is going to pop itself to pop a token, and then I'm sure we're just going to see it brought right back. Oh, bringing back Tempest with Red Eyes Darkness Metal. And looks like he's going to banish the Blaster and flanks to go through the deck and get another Blaster.
Bring back Scrap Dragon.
I'm not exactly sure how he came out with that.
Well, he overlaid King of Tun to make a Gaia Charger after his materials were used up.
Right. Update for you guys. Philly Luna did win his round 1 match, so he will be moving on. So hopefully we will have him in a feature match later. And it looks like we're going to get in on some life point damage. He's going to take a direct attack from Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon for at least 2,800. And I'm sure we saw a piercing play there with Gaia Dragon. So this life points stand at 2,600 for Johnny and 8,000 for Patrick.
What is Johnny going to do? We really have not seen what his deck is capable of.
No, the deck has not flowed much. It's picked up a couple of Piper plays and dealt with some tokens, but really we haven't seen where this engine was supposed to be going.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure this is one of those decks that worked great in testing, but maybe when it came to the
either that or it looked good on paper.
Right. Johnny does have a response on the second attack, I'm being told. Life points are still at 5,400 for Johnny and 8,000 for Patrick. So we are still at the end of the last attack on the 2,800 of Red Eyes Darkness Metal. So we're going to see what response Johnny has. We know he runs Battle Fader and Scarecrow. There's, I guess, a chance he could be running Gores.
Could be. So if he doesn't make a play now, this will be his
And it looks
last
like he
turn.
is going to go ahead and drop the Battle Fader. Wonder why it took him so long to
Drop it.
figure out if he wanted to play that or not.
He
And
could
we'll
have
see if
had
Patrick,
Swift Scarecrow.
Patrick has the Divine Wrath,
So this attack's now going through.
and he ditched the... so it looks like here he's going to be overlaying into Draco Sack and just passing. So that's a pretty hard field to go over right there. Looks like Johnny has about 5 cards in hand, maybe 4.
Looks like 5.
Yeah.
He has like a full hand. He needs something to tip the favor.
A Divine Wrath play really hurt.
A lot of players are now starting to main deck 1 Divine Wrath.
Yeah.
Prophecy, then Spellbooks. Or Prophecy, then Dragons.
Yeah. So we're going to see Johnny normal summon a Kinkabayu and activate its effect to bring back the Piper. And he drew a Piper off of Piper, getting to draw another card. So that's some card advantage coming in right there.
Question, did he draw the card he needs?
Which we still haven't seen the power cards in the deck. The power monsters, I have no idea what he would be using to attack with. But looks like he's going to set 4.
He might have the
5.
power plays right now.
Wow. Okay.
So what's the scoring life points?
The score in life points is 2,600 to 8,000. Patrick Hoban has 8,000. So we're going to see a set 5 pass. And we're going to see a Scrap Dragon pop.
So he's about to pop 2 cards. Chain Secret Barrel.
Secret Barrel. Now tell us real
14.
quick what Secret Barrel does.
It's an interesting trap card that will do 200 for every card on the field, of Patrick's field, and in his hand total.
So that's going to do about 1,600 points of damage right there. And then we're going to see a Draco Sack pop for a Just Desserts. Okay, so now at least we can kind of see the direction the deck would be going.
He waits for his opponents to build up their fields, and then he starts to burn them with Just Desserts and Secret Barrels.
So looks like we have Johnny at 26 and Hoban at 5,600 at this point. And we're going to see a Scapegoat chained to a Reckless Greed pop. We have a bit of a crowd starting to build out here outside the feature match, so if there's a little bit of increased volume, that's why. So with Johnny at 2,600 and Patrick at 56, Johnny's starting to make some headroom here. Looks like Hoban's going to banish a Redox and a Mistletoe to bring out a Blaster.
I gotta admit, I do like his combo of him keep recycling that Scrap Dragon over and over.
Yeah, that is really cool. That is a very good play. Because potentially that would be 2 pops every turn if he wanted to play it that way. And it looks like we're going to see a Tempest come out and...
He flips another Just Desserts. This time he's going to be taking 2,000 plus a Secret Bear.
Ceasefire. Now Ceasefire does what again?
You take 500 for every, well, basically flips up every monster, any effect monster he has on his field, taking 500.
So that's 2,500 right there. So it looks like our update here is 2,600 to 4,100. Hoban has 41. And that looks like the end of the game.
Game 2 went to Johnny.
Patrick.